Good morning and welcome to 1 Million Cups. I know that we do have a couple of new faces in the crowd today. Please go ahead, throw up your hand if you are new to 1 Million Cups. Woo! Rock on. Thank you for being here today. All I can say is, yeah, coronavirus. Because of coronavirus, we have not two, but three presenters who are going to go today. Thank you all for bearing with us while we sort out the technology. We will be running a little bit late, however, I will be making an announcement at 9 o'clock so that if anybody does need to leave, we won't give you dirty looks. As always, there's coffee in the back, courtesy of our Starbucks sponsor. I was actually talking with her this morning because, yay, coronavirus, we don't have the green Cambro container or the nice reusable green containers because Starbucks is not allowing them to be given out because of coronavirus. So to begin with, congratulations to all of you for making your way out here today. These are kind of weird times that we live in. My name is Tristan Tucker. I am a 1 Million Cups organizer and have been for about 4 years now or so. Two of our presenters are previous presenters, so I'm very much looking forward to hearing the new iteration on their company. First up, we're going to start with Alpa from Spaceez. Alpa is gosh, you've presented with us 3 times? 3 times. And she's been modifying and kind of closing in on exactly what it is Spaceez does. For any of you who are serial entrepreneurs, the first idea is hardly ever what you end up with at the end. The second idea is not what you end up with at the end. Heck, when Apple was first started, the idea of an Apple Watch was nowhere to be found. It was just a clunky computer that sat on a desk. Iteration and innovation is kind of the name of how it is that we work here as entrepreneurs. Alpa is looking for 3 things from us today. First, do we understand what she does? Is the problem that she is solving and her solution to it very clearly stated? Second, what could she improve? What can be made better? Please know this is not a final presentation. Her financials are not in it. And what was the other thing that was missing?
Tech roadmap.
And the technology roadmap. So please don't criticize her for those. She already knows. With that, please, everybody, go ahead and give Alpa a hand.
Hi, good morning everybody. Happy Wednesday. My name is Alpa Patel, founder and CEO of Spaceez. We are the affordable and easy way to design, build, and renovate your hotel. So, economy hotels in the US are approximately 50% of the market. 25,000 plus hotels and motels in this country are economy. Out of those, 16,000 of them are independent. Overall in the market, 16,000 are independently owned and operated. The problem I discovered helping my father trying to renovate his hotel, at economy hotel, is couldn't find an affordable designer. Project was too small. So I learned that it was not accessible or affordable for him. And then I checked with his friends and other family members, and sure enough, validated the problem. And because they can't really afford design, it really limits them in maximizing their nightly rates, and it hurts the occupancy. Now, given Airbnb and the growth and rise of Airbnb, this has really impacted the economy sector of the hotel industry. The reason for that is they're competing on price alone. If they're not designed well, they're competing on price alone, and that's impacting their business. So, meet Spaceez, we're a hospitality design, build, renovation platform. Our mission is to make design for hotels affordable and accessible. What do? We help hoteliers plan, design, build, renovate, procure, and project manage, as well as finance their hotel renovations. So this is an end-to-end solution. There are firms that do design, do project management, do financing, and all of these things. We bring them all together, streamline the process, and utilize technology to help them afford hospitality design and project management, which is typically very expensive for them. Market opportunity, as I mentioned, 25,000 economy hotels, $6 billion is spent on renovations every year. 340,000 rooms are renovated, and the recurring revenue cycle is 5 to 7 years. The problem I also uncovered is these hotels don't renovate 5 to 7 years because of the cost as well, and typically they push it out to 10 years. So at the maximum, our recurring revenue cycle would be 10 years. Our go-to-market strategy is partner with the brands so we can scale the business, and then 16,000 independently owned hotels and motels. There are also industry associations such as AHOA, which stands for Asian American Hotel Owners Association, representing over 50% of hotels in this country. South Asian Americans own approximately 90% of economy hotels in this country. So our revenue model is, these are the different services that we would provide on the platform, and the way we would utilize technology is a lot of it is internal facing. So we bring solutions together for streamlining design by creating prototypical designs. We would, project management, currently we're charging $150 an hour, and that would go down significantly as we bring on more technology. Procurement would be anything from furniture, fixtures, equipment, where we would be able to mark up the price. And then hotel brands would be able to license our platform. We call it our design, build, renovation platform. So hotel brands like companies like Wyndham, Choice, G6 Hospitality, they have many economy brands. And we've talked to many of them. They're very interested in what we're building. And we've launched the platform with Choice Canada. And then financing, we get a referral fee for every time an owner applies for financing and is approved. Our traction so far, we've raised $150,000 in funding. We completed our MVP last year in July. Wyndham franchisee became our client. So that helped us get our foot in the door with Wyndham. And then we have 15 clients as of December, $250K in revenue. And our competition is all these different firms and lenders. They all do their own specific things. They focus on their specific areas. We bring all of that together on one platform. I'm going to skip past that. My leadership team is myself, grew up in the hotel business, 15 years experience in marketing, business development. My COO, 30 years of experience in business development, technology management, and in the construction project management industry. Nancy Nee is our head of procurement, and she brings 25 years leadership experience in procurement and strategic sourcing. My advisors, thank you very much. I look forward to your feedback.
So, we are doing things a little bit differently this morning. Because we have 3 presenters and we got started a little bit late, and although we are going to be running late, I want to keep it somewhat under control. We are not going to be doing tabletop conversation this morning. I want to hear from you guys right now. This is our time to go ahead and think about what it is that we can help Alpha with. Was her message clear? Do you have some suggestions for how she can make her pitch better? Who's got the first comment? Really? Nobody?
Hey there.
Hi.
Great job. Like, I remember actually seeing your presentation previously, and you've come a long way. So
Thank you.
Looks good. Just on maybe if it came off clearly, or you know, and I know this. You mentioned this is missing too, but you're presenting yourself as a tech company, right? And that's really what's going to allow you to bring down costs is leveraging technology. There's nobody on your founding team that's a technical person. It's all hotels, which is cool, But what that hits in my head is you're a marketing company because you're missing that technical piece. So that's a little bit of disconnect for me between what you're presenting and maybe what your company's made of.
Maybe I should be clear on the slide that my COO has a master's degree in technology management, so he's built products. And
Okay.
my development team is in India. I have a team of 6 in India that are developing, so my product/technology person is my COO, but maybe I should highlight that.
Just be careful that as a tech company, outsourcing your technology is, from an investor standpoint, it's kind of a signal that there's some misalignment. You want to, if you have that technical person in the company, like you want to bring technical expertise here. Outsourcing for MVP is okay, but maybe that's where your technology roadmap is. Like, hey, we're getting our MVP done, and then we'll bring it back in. Maybe that happens.
Yeah, I didn't mention that.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I've got the next question over here with Liam. Is there anybody who wants to go after Liam? Think about it, raise your hand.
Thank you, really like your presentation. I thought it made a lot of sense. 2 things that came to mind as I was watching and listening. The first being, what's the cost comparison? So probably this would have been in your financial slide or covered at some point, but you said right off the bat, this is a cheaper way for people to renovate. And when you're going through like 1.5% fee or $150 per hour, something like that. I was just wondering, okay, what's the standard of comparison so I can gauge how much value this will have to a small business person? And the second part of that would be, you didn't spend too much time specific on this, but the building seems to be as a radically different kind of beast to tackle than renovating. There's more permits required, much larger amounts of financing.
Okay.
So does that still make sense for you as like, renovating and building, or is building something that's more long-term?
And I like, more people's feedback if you can, but renovations is like 90% of our business, and 10% roughly would be the build. So perhaps maybe I should narrow it down more to renovations, but our team is capable of managing build projects because the project managers have construction project management background, and the hotel companies, the hotel brands, they have a lot of renovations, but they also have build projects. And I found out that the brands don't have really, on the economy side, project management help for the owners. So that's where I'm trying to, if I'm talking to them and getting opportunities for renovation, I don't want to miss out on opportunities. So my question back is, should I take out build and just focus on it? Yeah.
Good question. Here, we got our next one right here with Chris.
I'm just building off of that. At least when I was building my slide deck, because I have other stuff I can do, but then I have my core. So I would say keep your slide focused on the renovation, but then just have a little star bullet on the bottom, so that way if someone's actually reading it, then they can see it, and then it's giving them the opportunity to prompt and ask questions to explain, but might not be part of your overall conversation during your pitch.
Okay.
Kind of thing. So keep it there because it's important, but don't take up time talking about it, because then we might get confused because building is oh goodness, that could be a multi-million-dollar project versus a renovation of, hey, I just need someone to come in and help knock down a bunch of walls and make a new pretty space.
Okay, a good point.
We've got Alex and Kevin. And that's something, before I go on to those two, is there anybody who has experience in the hotel industry?
I stayed in a hotel.
Anybody? Wow. Sorry, Alba. I'm the closest, and I was only a night auditor.
Yeah, it's a great presentation. Really, it was really clear and concise. The one thing that I didn't really get a clear sense on is the projections, like the sales projections, what you're going to do for the next 3 years, how you're going to get there, and also I think what gets any investor excited, right? Because they're looking for angel money. Is any major clients they have on board, right? Proof of concept, where it's taking off in the market, and by someone like the Hyatt or some big hotel chain that would utilize your service and your program, that would bring a big proof of concept to your product. So I didn't get a sense of that in the deck, in the slide for sales projections and what you're going to do for the next few years and how you're going to get there and what's going to drive that revenue.
That's part of like, I think the financial projections was a slide where I was planning to talk about our traction, like how many guest rooms we would project to renovate, how many we're doing now for 2019 all the way to 4 years out. I was going to say something to your question, but I forgot.
Was it about like the hotels?
Hotels, yeah.
Yeah.
Choice Canada just yesterday told us they want to go live. So
That's got to be on your slide.
Yeah,
For sure.
it was on the traction slide, but I think quickly spoke through it.
Okay.
But yeah, Choice Canada wants to launch, and then we're gonna roll out a pilot for Best Western and Wyndham.
That should be a dedicated slide just with those 3 logos as big as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's, I would second that, because I did hear you say that you've gotten a completed pilot with Wyndham. I want to see projected traction versus actual traction, because they're a very different thing. Next question with Kevin, right back here.
Hi. So your problem statement in your pitch is actually pretty good. There are lots of hotel chains and they can't afford to do renovations. That's the basic of the premise of the company, right? Like it's too expensive. I'd like to know more clearly why you are so much less expensive than whatever competition is out there. And I know you mentioned technology, but an investor, I'm sure, would like to know how compelling your competitive advantage is, like whether or not a competitor would prefer to buy you out, or just simply recreate your technology, like which one's cheap. That's definitely a cost benefit analysis that every company or your competitors will do. So, any chance you could elaborate on like why you're so much cheaper?
One of the things I mentioned in the presentation, but maybe I didn't highlight it or amplify it enough, but we create prototypical designs, like boutique experience, boutique style design, so the rooms are not cookie cutter, and so they're pre-designed. So it's like design in a box, and you can customize certain aspects of it, so then we can scale that design, and so you're not designing from scratch every time. Within a parameters of the design, you can make some customizations. So that's how we make design affordable. And then project management, utilizing some off-the-shelf tools and then automating certain aspects of project management, that helps us bring the cost down. And instead of hiring $150 an hour project managers, we can have coordinators managing these projects. And we can create processes that a junior project coordinator can manage instead of having a project manager at $150 to $200 an hour managing these projects. So that's the key. Our real hook is project management, and maybe that doesn't come off very clearly in my presentation. So that's like our value proposition. We make it easy and affordable. The easy part is the project management, so the owners can focus on their business and they don't have to worry about the renovation.
Okay, very cool. Everybody, please give Alpha a big hand.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.